It's time.
All right, here we go.
The Cocktail Show.
Get ready to have a good time.
Let's have a good time.
This is exciting, isn't it?
Oh, I like that.
Hello, testing.
Welcome aboard the Dreamliner.
It's the only way to fly.
Wow.
I've allotted 1 hour for recreational activity. There's no time for irrelevant conversation. Fun will now commence.
Cocktail Show.
Gary.
Here's a young speaker who is really in demand.
Don't let that go to your head, Gary.
But wait, there's more.
I'm the guy.
Finger guns.
Gary Meier.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to the Garry Meier Show Cocktail Hour Live.
Cocktails. Woo, drinks.
Are you ready? Everybody, now welcome to the show. It's a crazy delight. Gary's got the wheel, and Leslie's the co-pilot. Alan's in the booth, keeping things on track. With Ryan on deck, you'll never look back.
We're streaming live at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central
on Friday, April 18th, 2025. And of course, no matter where you are, it's time for a digital mimosa. Since the GarrForce loves learning fun facts and other tidbits, I thought today's opening should include a quick history lesson. Did you know that on this date in 1775, Paul Revere began his famous ride warning colonists that the British were coming? That makes today the 250th anniversary of a key event in the American Revolution. How about that? Anyway, thanks for joining us on
the GarrForceLIVE YouTube channel.
YouTube. Subscribe to the GarrForceLIVE YouTube channel.
Join the GarrForce. It's insanity!
All of the past editions of the Cocktail Hour can be replayed on the GarrForce Live YouTube channel.
Please like and share the show on all the social media channels.
Comments during the live show, wherever we are streaming, can be seen in our virtual studio.
We may show them on the screen
and or talk about them.
Thank you for your attention.
Now, fasten your seatbelts. It's time to go wheels up on the GarrForce Live.
Live.
Here we go.
Are you ready, everybody? Crazy fun, zero refunds. Crazy fun, zero refunds.
Boom. Shakalaka.
Thank you, Todd Pickering. He is our Puerto Rican doorbell when he starts going live. We're going live with the cocktailing. And here's how this works. If you're new to whatever this is, well, we just told you what it is. Let's start the program. I kick the tires, light them up, Alan. One more thing has to happen on Fridays before we go wheels up. Leslie has to take the cat off her lap and the condom off her bottle. How you doing, Leslie?
Kitty's right here.
There's the cat gone.
And I am unapologetically going to be swigging some Josh. Turns out we can appreciate Josh as an American company, and the name is the vintner's father, and it's an okie dokie thing. Somebody called this wine utterly chuggable, I think was what I read.
Chuggable, I like that. Now, we got a listener who sent us the history on Josh. I sent you his email. I think it's Russ, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I think I deleted it. I'm sorry. What?
I'll send it again.
I was starting to purge shit. I did one of those things. Do you ever do that? Like where you just go through emails and think, this is taking up so much space. Not that I'm running out of space on my, items here, but electronics, but it's so fracking cumbersome. All the stuff we have coming at us all the time. And I thought, well, like so many things, I'll be able to pull this up with no problem. God damn it. Could not do it.
Okay. The point is it's gone. You tossed it, and I'm going to send it back to you so you can read it.
And it is Ash Wednesday, or Ash Wednesday.
It is Ash Friday.
It's Good Friday, so I should keep it together, but you know me. Anyway,
well,
so here we are.
The day our Savior was crucified, so this is a lot of tension here on this day.
There's a lot, but we have something to look forward to, including popping a wine condom.
Okay, that thing's going to lift off like Blue Origin on Monday. I could just see it. I just see Gail and Katie in there. Oh, there it goes.
That was good.
That condom was up in the air longer than they were.
And speaking of which, gosh, nobody is letting them have a moment of peace now.
Yep.
The
As they should.
harassment continues, and yeah, I mean, they asked for it to a great
Oh,
degree.
come on. You can't let that go.
So the whole thing about the door to the capsule, have you been following that?
Yeah, what's this all about now?
So apparently the script said that Jeff was supposed to walk up to the capsule with this tool in hand to release the capsule, but unfortunately somebody on the inside opened the door and they had to close it real fast so that the optics weren't what the optics have become. And that's, yeah, this is theatrical, and Jeff did not pop the capsule door. So
before he got to the door, Leslie, did you see the part where he was walking around the capsule and fell right into this little hole next to the capsule? Oops.
Yes.
It's held to be the richest or one of the richest guys on the planet, isn't it?
Well, and it's so, as you were explaining, you know, this is so difficult because, I mean, he's got the gigantic super yacht, and I'm using both adjectives because it's not just a super yacht, it is a gigantic super yacht. And he's got the phallic spacecraft. He's got, the poor guy is running out of
extenders.
Extremes. Yeah.
I call them extenders, you call them extremes. Well, they don't want to be like us, because if you're like us and you have all this money, then what's the point of having all the money?
Right.
The only thing they can do, and Elon does this too, you got to have the rockets. That's the thing that a lot of people can't get to, and that separates them out. Branson, he's the other guy there that's got all that money doing the rockets. Yeah, that's what separates them from the great unwashed. You, me, everybody. Everybody. Yeah.
I can take solace in the fact that I just don't feel the need to keep up with those Joneses, because let's face it, those Joneses are making more than all of us combined make in like 50 seconds.
Yeah, really. It's
in 50 seconds,
money.
they make as much as we do in a lifetime. I think that would be the way to.
And you heard Jesus Jones, if you listened to the pre-board today. That was our song of the day. Right here, right now. All right. And okay, you were saying something I wanted to. Oh, I have updated my blog to further jump on the pile of this event that happened on Monday. And I have come up with a list of possible candidates for the next launch. Now that I've seen, I didn't know, did you know this was the Blue Origin's 31st launch?
No, because we don't care. The only other one we paid attention to was the one with the Shat Man.
Yeah.
Jeff and
I guess 10 or 11 of them have had people in them, and I know Shatman and this one. I didn't know they had a bunch of others. Anyway, now that I see what they're going for, I came up with a list of people that I think will qualify. Yeah. And Leslie, I think you approve.
I absolutely do. And I can't help but notice that number 2 on your list was also on our dream list of Dancing with the Stars contestants. And that, of course, would be Barkhad Abdi, because you want to see that moment when up at the apex, he says,
look at me.
I am the captain now.
I'm in charge now. I am the captain, and they're all weightless. And I love that guy so much. I want to see him get all the opportunity he possibly can. And he has faded a bit, and I want to get him back in the limelight. Number 1, let me just tip a little bit of the lift. Number 1, I can't believe people weren't talking about Hawk Tuah to go into space.
Apparently her 15 minutes are almost up.
Well, this could give her another 11 if she gets it.
That's true.
Yeah. Now, Gayle King was saying on her morning show, feeling the barrage of criticism, this was a way to overcome your fear of anything. And I'm thinking, I don't have any fear about going into outer space because I'm never going to go. So I think this is a little, well, I know I'm not getting any praise for doing this, so I'm going to go with it's helping people get over their fears.
Well, and with that, I have a fear of heights, and I've been trying to address some of these things. I went to a mall recently with a lot of glass level, railings around multi-levels, and I got really close and I looked over the side, and everything like below my belly button tightened up really hard. But
Everything.
I did that, and it didn't cost a couple. Everything
around her belly button tightened
from the but I didn't have to spend a couple $1 million to get
therapy or anything, right? Are we ready to look at who's here? I think we are. And look at the doors on right. Starting with Keely Ann. She's always first in line. And what has she posted, Alan? We're going to Mass on Easter. I hope my schnauzer doesn't burst into flames. Well, it will rise again if it does, because that's the theme of Easter, isn't it? Why would it burst into flames? Why would that happen? Charles from WRLR, Gurney, Illinois. Dress your schnauzer with cool clothing, getting cooler outside. Okay, so it should be warmer clothing if it's getting cooler?
Well, it's April, but those seasons are still battling around these
They're
parts.
fighting each other. Everybody's fighting, even Mother Nature. Brian
put your schnauzer in layers.
In layers, yes. Brian from our house bands, oh yes, and Bonjourney. It's an extra Good Friday. Cheers, GarrForce. Thank you, Brian. And we're going to hear from the band, one of them, next month. Okay. Martin from British Columbia. Beautiful country there. And Lloydster, nonsensical bullshit, locked and loaded. Captain, you're right. That's all we do here. No agenda, as stated in the opening.
When are we going to get to the politics, Gary? Oh, wait, we're not.
Oh, yeah. Second half. No, yeah.
No.
David R. I hope there is a schnauzer in my Easter basket. That would make the weekend great. Oaklawn, Illinois. Okay, right. Nestled up against the peeps.
By the way, I just saw a headline that said, all of the peeps made today are made in one location. Just one.
Really?
Factory.
One company makes them?
Makes all the peeps. And they figured out a way to take it down from like 7 minutes per peep to like 0.7 seconds per peep or something.
This is great news.
Who cares? Are you a fan of peeps,
Gary? No, it's not my go-to candy at all. Never was.
No. I kind of like, the texture, but beyond that, yeah.
Yeah, it's like chicken wings. A lot of effort for little payoff.
Except those new ones that I've gotten from Costco.
In the air fryer. Yeah.
Oh, damn. Hey, and once again, kudos to Doggy Boy, our dearly departed Doggy Boy, who will be buried at Abraham Lincoln Cemetery on Monday.
Yes, he is a Navy veteran. And Alan, did you get any pictures? Did I send you pictures, or did Scott from Scott's Vintage send you? Did I have him send you the pictures? I'm not remembering if I did this.
I don't have them.
Okay, I'll send them to you. A couple of pictures of Matt at Scott's Vintage visiting there with his GarrForce t-shirt. Super fan. He will be missed.
GarrForcers meeting GarrForcers. We like
that. And Mike and Pat. We're going to try to make it a great Friday by the end of this show. It's good. I'll give you that. But great? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
P.S. Leslie, thanks for the prize package.
No problem, Mike. And with that, Susan, yours is coming probably on Tuesday or something like that.
Dale, Wheatfield, IN. Mark, Good Friday from Cedar Falls, Iowa. Played a quick 9 with hailstones today.
Oh.
No distance. Get it in the hole. Here, the thing is, with hailstones, you hit it and maybe a hailstone lands in the cup and you go, oh, I'm in.
That's it. Let's
then kick your ball somewhere where nobody can see
You know what? I may never play golf again after seeing Rory McIlroy's toddler daughter sink a 20-foot putt.
Right. She just tapped it and it found its way into the hole. That was
Come
great.
on.
Samantha, and the irony is, so Rory's a putt away from winning the thing, 3 feet, and he misses it.
Right.
And his daughter's probably standing there going, "What the hell's wrong with you? I can make 20 feet."
Exactly.
Jesus. Samantha, she's with her mocktail of orange juice and cranberry juice every week. Cheers. Happy Friday. Good to see you, Sam. And Mike, remember when planning your vacation to escape the Northeast blizzards, when the power goes out in Puerto Rico, your schnauzer will get sweaty. Yeah. I have a friend that lives there, and he texted me, "Yep, the island's dark again."
I was at an event and somebody from Puerto Rico was there, and one of my coworkers was saying, "So, how's the power there?" And the guy just shook his head. It's like, oh, don't go there.
What a grid. Nice grid you got down there. Kevin from Northwest Indiana. Good to see you. Bill, good Friday from Glendale, AZ. 73 degrees. My God, snow falling in Flagstaff. Well, Flagstaff is a higher elevation.
It's warmer here. It's 76 where I am.
Okay. And I remember driving through Flagstaff in September and it was snowing. It's in the mountains. That'll happen. It's the mountains. Yeah. Central Florida, Ellen checking in with a nice balmy 82. And who else? Who else have we got here? I saw some other people along the way. What's up, GarrForce, Mac, Queen Creek, Arizona. How much have I had so far? It's about 3 o'clock here.
Not enough to have your tongue get that lazy.
Well, it's been lazy all week. It's really okay. It's starting to get cloudy. That always happens this time of day on Good Friday, even in sunny AZ. Now that's been the urban legend that's when Christ died on the cross. So if it's sunny at 3 o'clock on Good Friday, the clouds will roll in. Did you find that to be the case today?
It did around here. It really did.
Okay.
Okay,
Hey, listen.
blasphemer, you just have at it.
Okay. God said on this day, "Look what they did to my boy." Yeah.
Humans suck. I mean,
we
if
do.
nothing else, what we should take from this story is
We
wow,
do.
how does somebody figure out that sort of, well, luckily we've moved on a bit, but what a screwed up way to end a human's life, man.
Yeah. Crucify him. Crucify him. Yeah. Crucify him. Whoa. Okay.
You know, they don't put it through the palm. They put it through here so that you hang longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that fun stuff.
Oh, God. You're right. I'm going to get a new bumper sticker. Humans suck.
Humans do.
That's as succinct as you can put it. Kathleen in Naperville, Illinois. Jeez, why am I am not driving. Okay. Only into the ground.
I'll translate later.
Yeah. Sorry. Long week. Hello from Willington, North Carolina. All right, Simon. And David from the golf course. There we go. Cindy has finished her long tax season. She does taxes, as you can probably figure out. The season is over, and now we'll see who's going to prison. And who else? Joan from Olympic Peninsula, Washington. Nice. We're covering the
I think that's John.
country. I'm sorry. Listen, it's you try to look through a screen door. I usually have glasses with this kind of distance.
With that, I will try to help without seeming pedantic. Okay. So.
No, that's all right. You know, one thing that Matt Doggy Boy did, if I made a mistake, he'd be on it. I'd get the text right away. And I like that because I don't like things to go out there that are wrong. One of the things that happened, Wednesday's show played Taxman, and I got busy. I didn't check the show. I get a text, "Hey, you said in the show Wednesday," And now, George, tell us what people won. Tell the people what they've won. And there was nothing. And then I came back. All music played on the GarrForce, brought to you by Oh Yes and Bonjourney. And Ryan, who pushes pushes his agenda. I might have to lie down. Ryan, who does all that, had a crazy week, and he just didn't get it in there, but it's in there now. It's fixed, da-da-da. But thank you. We need people to back us. At least I do.
I never understood the whole idea.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, people getting all chesty because somebody corrected them when they screw up.
Not me.
It's a learning experience. Exactly. We'll take it. And everything, we're going to hopefully be better for it. Thank you very much.
But what does Tundra Blitz mean? Have we moved on from what?
I don't know.
Tundra what? What should we move on from?
We would like to know. And by the way, yes, kitty cats rock.
Okay. I was watching my Double Beaver on MeTV this morning, and there was a sequence where Wally hit Eddie in his arm, and Eddie goes, "Watch it. I just got my vaccination." This is 1961. And I love the time element where that's 60 some years ago and we're dealing with vaccinations now. And it's a great time capsule. And that's what it was back in that day, because I was a kid, and I always refer to polio. I always refer to polio because there were fellow students walking around in leg braces, and I had to ask, "Hey, why are you wearing the leg braces? What's going on?" I thought they were in a car accident or something. I have polio. And what the hell's that? And then they got the
That's why
cure.
you had the sugar cube with the with
give
the
me
vaccine.
whatever you can give me so I don't have to wear leg braces. Okay.
Go ahead and ask somebody under the age of 30 what an iron lung is.
Yeah, really, iron lungs. Entenmann's raspberry coffee cake. I was hoping that would be the cure someday for something, for COVID or something. Yes, if we could have Entenmann's be the cure, then we don't have to have all this conversation about vaccinations. Jesus.
By the way, Tundra Blitz is clarifying, have we moved on from crucifixions? Well, in the physical, but not the
it's
emotional sense.
Right.
Yes.
In spirit, it's still there. Now let's go back to the vaccination. So when we were doing our pre-board from today to just before this, Leslie goes, I had what was the vaccination that left a mark on a lot of people back then?
Smallpox.
Was it smallpox?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you are not familiar, that vaccination left a permanent mark, and it was big.
Because it used multiple needles to put that vaccine into a body. Yes.
Now, I didn't get one, or if I got one, it didn't leave a mark, but you got yours. But the doctor was smart enough to put it in an area that wasn't totally visible.
On the inside of the arm, as opposed to a lot of kids had that big giant scar on the outside of their arm. No, he understood a girl's vanity.
Yeah. Well, it didn't look good on anybody.
No, and there was no reason for it to be that obvious. So yeah, and I barely there. Yeah, most of my scars have disappeared. Isn't that special?
And your belly button didn't clench up or anything on that.
No.
Good.
And this was the same doctor who gave me an innie, so I appreciate that. And I just saw an old SNL. It wasn't the funniest skit, but it's all about men taking off their shirt at the beach. And it was Woody Harrelson, and it's like, come on, guys, take your shirt. And of course, he's got the abs and everything.
He's buff, yeah.
And it's Chris Farley. He's the first one. And then somebody takes their shirt off, and I'm kind of hairy. And they're, essentially got a gorilla suit on.
Yeah.
And then Adam Sandler takes off his shirt because he's got a bit of an outie, and it's about that.
Okay, that is funny. I have no recollection of that skit. I'm going to look that up.
Once again, it dragged on too long. There wasn't a great
payoff. But still, there was a premise there.
Sandler putting sunscreen on his outie was pretty cool. So
now I want to go back to that reference of the hairy guy. I remember being in Florida, sitting next to the pool at the hotel, kind of taking a little nap, and I thought, oh my God, a monkey just jumped into the pool. and it was a guy who was covered in hair, back, front, legs, and so hairy. I thought it's going to clog the drain. This guy's going to clog the drain.
Meanwhile,
Get out. You're going to clog the ocean with that
they
hairy.
Probably made him put on a shower cap at the pool. But
Right,
the
but
rest
that's
of him
right.
was
He's
just shedding like a cat in April.
Now,
Is
if
that-
you're listening and you're very hairy, you're exempt from this conversation. You're fine.
No, we've all got our weird thing.
Right.
The thing that we hyper focus on that most people don't ever notice, or if they do notice it, they don't care.
Right.
But those of us who have things like that, it's like that's all we can focus on.
Now let's talk about another body part, another beaver.
Okay.
Beaver was scheduled to get his tonsils out. And I remember back in the day, that was a thing where everybody was getting their tonsils out. I didn't get my tonsils out. And I thought, my God, are tonsils that bad? And now that we have distance, it looks like a lot of doctors were just making extra cash by taking tonsils out for no reason.
Yeah. People say sometimes that things like cesarean sections, circumcisions, a lot of these things, not exactly medically necessary, but boy, they can make a couple extra bucks off.
Cash. Now the circumcision thing, that's that's another moment when I was a kid where when I saw my first uncircumcised, I thought, oh my God, they had an accident. The tip is gone. And that's an awakening.
And you were a boy, so this was never explained to you, huh?
No, I found out a lot of stuff on the street. Street smarts.
Gary's first trip to Europe was mind blowing.
Right. Oh my God, what happened to all these men?
There must have been saws involved. I don't know.
It was all in that same stream of I'm in the wash tub in the basement naked with my friend, and his mother comes down in her bra and girdle. It was all in that sequence where everything was coming at me, and I'm like, oh my God, what is this?
A kinder, gentler time?
Yeah,
Anyway.
good old days. The good old days. All right. Let me share something with you. I've talked about this in the past, and I just got this. This is a catalog called Healthy Living, right?
Sure.
And it's got all that stuff you expect to see in one of these catalogs.
Exercise equipment and stuff?
Yeah, and
vitamin supplements?
Right. Compression socks, oxygen canisters, it's a poopery.
Okay.
All that's, again, it's a lot of stuff you probably wouldn't think you need, and then you see, oh, maybe I need it.
I believe you still get these things, but anyway.
Okay. Personal petty. You know what I'm talking about, this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Right. And I'm going along.
Callus removers and okay.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. What the hell? Flashlights, high-powered flashlights, and then right in the middle.
Uh-huh. So I got a story coming up. How many of these things are sold in the United States on a yearly basis?
How many of these?
I would say of course. And they, like in the past, they would always show like somebody going, oh, see, I'm relieving the stress in my neck with that.
No, that's not. They're not even trying to
not anymore.
Cover this up with that. Not trying to smoke screen it at all. It just says more choices, more fun, and choices and fun are capitalized.
Well, so we had a story recently about fire crews and coroners and everything being brought out because somebody bought one of those realistic sex dolls and wanted to dispose of it. So what did they do? They took it out to a wooded area and set it on fire. And now everybody thinks it's a crime scene until they figure out that it was just a sex doll. Can I bounce ahead here and tell you a story?
Right after I just finished this off, then you go past that stuff and you're right back to the neck pillows and everything. It's just kind of jarring where you're not expecting it, and all of a sudden, Whoa. So this company must pay a fortune to get into these magazines because these are general catalogs, right?
How much do those things run? Those can't be cheap either, right? I mean, nothing is these days.
There's one for $27. The gently curved for maximum pleasure. Natural feel is $37.
Yeah. So what we don't have is a system for their disposal. Most people would just a miniature, Blue Origin.
It's a miniature
rocket.
blue. Yeah, right.
Oh God, but Bezos totally wants the licensing on that. You can't. Although somebody was one of the funniest responses to all of this was somebody taking a Blue Origin rocket and bending it, and that's Jeff Bezos this week.
Really?
Like,
and what's the psychology of having his girlfriend in the tip of the rocket? What's going on there, do you think?
Well, and that,
yeah,
just look how she dresses. Anyway, but I don't care. She can dress any which way she wants. But can I tell you a story that popped up? Investigators with the New York Fire Department have determined the cause of a blaze that destroyed 2 houses in Staten Island earlier this week. A man named Harry Torres reportedly set 2 rubber sex toys on fire in the yard of one of those damaged homes. Then the fire, however, quickly spread, engulfing that house and the one next door, as well as 2 cars. Luckily, no one was injured. Mr. Torres is now charged with reckless endangerment and criminal mischief.
How do you set one of those on fire? I mean, it's rubber, and that'll be on the news tonight. I'd love to see that one on the news and then talk about how it got started.
So, Mr. Torres is going to have... Well, that's what I'm thinking is maybe there should be a program. The way we get rid of harmful chemical products in our garages, they have that drop-off where on a Saturday you can come with all of your questionable lawn care items, weed killers, paint cans and all that. That they should have one for sex toys and dolls. Here's a dumpster. You can safely dispose of them. Mm-hmm. No cameras. Nobody's going to judge you. Just toss it out the window into this receptacle.
And just keep going.
Stop setting shit on fire because it's not a good idea.
But we don't know why he did it.
I'm your Venus. I'm your fire with your desire. I don't know. No, but it was a bad idea.
You think? All right.
Yeah, there you go. Mac wants to see David Muir do that story with a straight face. So,
hey, adding to the bizarreness of the week, starting with Blue Origin, did you see that David Muir was on Time Magazine's most influential people, 100 influential people of the year?
Yes.
Because of that Tina Turner tribute?
As Brian says, he's an American hero.
I know he's a hero. That's regardless. So we know that.
You've seen the promo. He sits there late at night in front of his glowing computer screen with the American flag behind him, just trying to find the most important stories of the day, including Tina Turner. 8 minutes.
8 minutes at the beginning of the show. Nobody has beaten Tina Turner's obituary since. I'm waiting. I don't know why they got 8 minutes for her at the beginning of the show, but he's influential, in case you didn't know it. Because he yells at you at the beginning of the show?
Well, he's very influential, just like Ryan Seacrest, who I believe is on your list for the next launch. Yes, he's number 3 on the list.
Wait a minute. Ryan's on that. Haktua.
Behind Haktua, Barkad Abdi, then you put Ryan Seacrest on there.
All right. And
Alibi Flow from Progressive. And
all right, I got into a lot of insurance people. Flo, Limu, Emu, and Doug, and Jake from State Farm.
He's hideous. Yeah.
Ryan is not on that 100 list, is he? Did you allude to the fact that
of most influential
Time
people?
Magazine? Oh, God, no, please. Because he took over a Wheel of Fortune so seamlessly?
Not to mention all the other things he does.
Oh, Christ. All right. I want to bring our young boy Ryan in. And I say that because when I was working all nights at a radio station in Chicago, he was being brought home from the hospital as a baby. As a baby.
All of 77.
All right. So how are you, Ryan?
Hey, I'm okay. There's lots of Jesus at the supermarket and JFK. I've been there a few times this week, and there's lots of the tabloids are focusing on Jesus and JFK getting Marilyn Monroe pregnant.
Jesus did or JFK?
JFK.
Okay.
But then you go right below her, and there's Jesus.
Jesus because of Easter.
JFK Senior, not Junior.
Yes, correct. Senior.
Okay.
Right. Because JFK Jr., I'm sure he's onto something that's going to be reported soon, too.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Otherwise, yeah, it's been a busy week, and we're loading up here for Easter tomorrow, and we'll see how our honey baked ham turns out.
Yeah, you picked it up today. Yeah, how much was it? How much was it?
$65.
$65 for how big?
A little over 8 pounds.
I could get an 8-pound bag of ice at McDonald's for $1.
Not 8 ounces?
Not 8 ounces, 8 pounds.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So, and then Hank gets back to chocolate milk too. So
yeah, he gave that up for Lent, and you were still getting it for about 2 weeks. You forgot to cancel it, so you're giving it out to neighbors and coworkers.
Yep.
And now the order starts on Monday again.
Yes. So we actually have some in the fridge chilling right now. So he'll be rocking and rolling with chocolate milk, and gas is well under $3 up here. So
seriously,
that's the other good thing. Yeah.
Wow.
$3.19 today.
Why? Okay,
in
so it's
my
dipping.
Neck of the woods,
Wow, so it's dipping
bad.
everywhere. It's dipping, and so you're gonna get the chocolate milk in the boy's belly, and Leslie can start her Jello shots again tomorrow. Today's the last day.
No, Sunday.
Sunday. So we got one more.
So you got to go through the weekend, and then Monday you can start Jello shotting.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I'll Jello shots on Sunday along with mimosas. That's nothing says Easter after church than a mimosa.
Would you like a mimosa? That is the drink that airlines offer, no matter how weird the situation is. That's their remedy. If you're getting on the plane and something bad has just been texted to you, some bad news, you start crying, the flight attendant will ask you if you want a mimosa.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
And I sent you a bunch of pictures of Easter.
I do. I have a whole bunch of horrifying Easter pictures.
Yes.
So. But we'll start with
let's talk about this.
This is on Action 7 News.
This is in Australia. And this person's driving down the street. This is in the back passenger. Well, that's redundant.
Oh, that's
the back
passenger
seat. The back seat is a passenger seat. Although I'm going to go back to something from a few weeks ago.
Don't they do are they British or are they on the
what side do they drive on?
I don't know per se.
So I got confused for a moment because a few weeks ago we got into a discussion about this Chicago radio guy by the name of Eddie Schwartz, and he was so big that he had the front seat of his car taken out and he would drive from the back seat because he had a lot of girth. So that's what confused me. But this person's in the back seat with their legs draped out the door. And this is something I think we've all seen, where you've seen somebody with their foot hanging out the window. I've seen drivers with that. Why do they do that?
Yes, usually in big pickup trucks, they usually have one foot hanging out the.
Yeah,
so
I don't want to see your
foot. I watched a video recently about doctors in different specialties talking about things you should never do. And the orthopedic surgeon says, don't ever put your feet on the dashboard. Do not ever hang your foot outside the window. And then had the x-rays to show all these shattered pelvises and things. And I think it was Tarantino had a scene, Death Proof, where he just split somebody in half by doing that. So, yeah, that seems like a bad idea. And it looks shitty beside
Yeah, no,
you.
who's
It's
got
like,
good-looking feet? I don't care who you indicate that's good-looking. They're going to have probably bad-looking feet.
Okay.
Keep them inside.
So here's the Easter Bunny.
All right, here we go. Yeah, you want to put your kid with that?
Wow.
although that
Yeah.
child looks happy. And
Okay,
and
well,
those are some,
They don't.
well,
There's
we're
more
gonna-
that aren't.
yeah, we're going to go downhill real
exactly.
quickly here.
That's actually kind of a sweet looking bunny.
But look at
with,
that rabbit's look. It looks like Joker.
Well, it's got kind of a come hither thing going.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm your
Okay.
bunny. Oh,
There you-
okay.
Yeah, now we're
Now-
getting into it.
now
Here
we're-
we go. These kids
And the
probably
kid's feeling it.
are all in therapy now. Who wouldn't be? Look at this guy, whatever that is.
Human. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mache, it looks like a paper mache that didn't come out very well.
Yeah, but these
Did
kids
anybody
are
else
like,
do paper mache in grammar school?
Oh, yeah, that
that's
was
kind of the
huge.
way mine came out.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
there you go. There you go.
This looks like it might be the
Wow,
late,
what's that?
I don't know,
that
late
one
70s,
looks
80s.
like-
I think there's an assault charge on the right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Why would
I
you
like
as a parent
size.
put your kid with this?
No, not even close. Not
No.
to mention, let's think about it. The schmucks who get stuck in these outfits often are like the interns. So they're all of 18, 19 years
Yeah.
old. This is their first job, and somebody's making them sweat profusely by putting on this costume in the first place. And they really don't have the people skills necessarily that it takes. These aren't trained like Santa Clauses are.
That's right.
Good.
Like that Billy Bob Thornton movie, Bad Santa.
Children of the Corn. Oh my.
Wow,
Look
look
at
at
that.
this. Let's just chase the kid now. Man, where's the parenting here?
I don't know.
Although they did it, so they should have to fill out more paperwork
Yeah.
to be a parent in the first place.
Our friend Brian Sheridan was an Easter bunny at the mall one year.
He
So
was?
how old were you, Brian?
Yes.
Yeah. He's
There
how
it
old
is.
were you, Brian? Once again, I think these are college
Santa.
jobs. Oh, and Santa.
Wow, he
He's always
likes
been a performer.
costumes. I
He's-
like to dress
he's
up.
always been a performer.
That's right.
Okay.
And okay,
Oh.
this story we talked about, I believe, where a woman decided, I don't want to mess up my counter with all the dye, so I'll just color the eggs in the toilet.
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hmm.
Mm.
So once again, she's probably not getting back on that rental. The way Brian was 34. Okay, my theory just got blown to shreds. I
Wow.
needed the money.
Okay.
That's funny. So this woman in this picture did not have the wherewithal to actually put like paper down on the counter.
Apparently not.
Nope.
And the comments were such as this one, I can't believe you did that. Well, I wouldn't eat those eggs. And she thought, her response was, we never ate the eggs in our household, so this is no big deal to me. I don't know what you're talking about. Ooh.
Do you eat the eggs
Hey.
that you color at your house, Brian?
I don't like eggs. No. And we didn't color eggs this year, but no, I don't like eggs. So
You don't like eggs. You don't like coffee.
Nope.
Okay. You don't really drink. You're not a drinker either.
No. No.
If I eat 2 pieces of string, they'll be tied together when they come out the other end. I shit you not.
Very funny.
There you go.
All right.
This was
What's-
from Milwaukee this week.
What's going on here? Sinkhole?
They drove right into a sinkhole. So that was on the news. That was breaking news. It was on all the stations.
All right. Looks like
And then
AI.
this
But
is- Yep. And then
a Snoopy cone?
that Snoopy cone. So
wow,
that's
how do
probably
they make
$12.
that? How do they do
I
that?
don't know.
AI?
Maybe that's AI. I saw that.
Yeah,
when
everything's
I was
AI.
online.
Let's say AI.
Yeah,
It's
so
AI.
you can't trust any of it.
Yeah.
So
Although I
there
like
you go.
the ice cream vendors in Turkey, they always show they have like this whole thing where they screw with children and kind of hand them the cone and then take it away. You can find those all over YouTube.
Great.
Oh, boy.
And
that's it. That's all.
All right. Leslie, you want to honor Project Canine Hero Dog?
I do. So my sister and her husband are generous. Oh, look at bra straps. Sorry.
You're like on the news. That's what they do. They show their guns. Showing your guns. Look at you.
Anyway, they are patrons of Project Canine Hero and sent me this post that came up yesterday. And it's so cool because unfortunately, a lot of the canines that we have been covering of late have been canines that have passed away. But this one most definitely is alive. But they said, mind you, so this was from yesterday. Please keep canine Ricky in your thoughts today as he is undergoing surgery to remove a suspected tumor. This was located just yesterday on the left testicle by Dr. Blair Kornman. Due to a cancellation, luckily she was able to get him in this morning. Good news is that she is neutering him after an ultrasound this AM, which is expected to take care of the entire problem. We were supposed to leave today to participate in the YouTube 5K in Kentucky, but this is obviously more important for the health of our national ambassador. I will update each of you with more information once I pick him up later on this afternoon. Hashtag JJK9. So here is our wonderful canine hero, Canine Ricky, who's honestly on the road to recovery from all indications.
That's what Jason Johnson does. He has that sanctuary in Tennessee where he takes these dogs that have retired from the TSA and police departments. There is no program officially from our government to do something with these dogs when they are done with their service. So Jason picks up the slack and takes care of these dogs through the rest of their lives through donations. So if you can help, that's where you go, right there. Help out Jason and the dogs.
We're getting to that point in the show where I should probably talk about what we're giving away.
Please do.
I need a haircut. Anyway, so good stuff. Always good stuff. But of course, we were talking about Brian Sheridan and our friends at Oh Yes and Bonjourney, who are, I mean, we couldn't be more grateful that they are now covering the cost of having music on our shows. So there's an Oh Yes sticker, bracelets, and I just dropped the guitar pick. Who is it this week? Oh, it's a Matt Publicus guitar pick. What else do we have here? Tracy from Wisconsin. Come on. Gliders and bendables and ball lickers. Oh my. Gosh, was it Greg or I stick say, but anyway, sorry, you can correct me, but we got socks.
South Park socks. Nice.
Socks. Aren't those cool?
Great.
A word search, because Garry loves word search. Garry,
they're
by
very
the way,
zen.
He is he cuts a line through them. He does not circle.
I don't circle. I go a line. Yeah.
Scott from Scott's Vintage Antiques and Collectibles sends us wacky postcards. This one talks about this cute little 50s kind of couple is saying, "Oh, Alice, I love these quiet moments with you." And she responds, "Geez, Elwood, I'd rather drop some acid, blast some heavy metal, and trash mom and dad's house." But isn't that just the cutest
Love
thing?
it.
And fortune-telling fish.
All right. And the dragon will not be given away this week.
No, I didn't even turn the dragon on because I'm trying to save its battery, although it is rechargeable. Look at it. Isn't that just the coolest?
That's going to be a prize one of these weeks. And
someday.
Yeah, she doesn't want to give it away.
Keep watching, and eventually
you never know.
Be in there. We've got a Batmobile, Hot Wheels. We've got some cool, I mean, what's more fun than a Super Bowl? What's more pure than a Super Bowl? And a little weebly wobbly thing.
This is the package you open and go, oh, this is stuff I wouldn't normally buy, but it's fun. It's not a
Not to
bill. It's not a
mention-
catalog. It's not junk.
Thanks to Alan Delinka, your very own GarrForce refrigerator magnet, and finally the prize that
There it
started
is.
it all, your very own wine condom.
How about
Ooh,
this, Leslie? Hashtag peeps. Hashtag peeps.
Perfect.
PEEPS.
Easy
Hashtag
peasy.
peeps. Put it in the queue if you want to try to win. What time is it? Rin. What time is it? What have I? Uh-oh. It's getting down towards the end.
Uh-oh. It's time for one more story then. How about that?
All right.
We were talking about airplanes, and this story we teased on the morning show. It's hard to wrap your head around this, but a United Airlines flight from Denver to Edmonton was forced to make an emergency landing after striking an animal during takeoff, causing an engine to catch fire. Passengers reported hearing a loud bang just before the plane started to vibrate, and then the engine caught fire. But this was no ordinary bird strike. Turns out the plane had struck a rabbit. The cockpit voice recorder captured audio of the plane's captain explaining, quote, "Rabbit through the number 2. That'll do it all right." No one on the flight was injured. The rabbit, however, did not survive. According to the FAA, more than 20,000 animal strikes were reported last year in the U.S. Surprisingly, at least to you and me, Garry,
Yes.
4 of them involved rabbits.
Where is the rabbits running along the runway? Apparently, at that point, gets sucked in.
They see the plane, they hop, they do something. It's, my sister told me that part of the reason you see so many dead armadillos on the side of the road, and when you get into the southern and southwest states, is because instead of hunkering down, they go, and they jump up out of fear, and then they get smacked by a bumper.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe rabbits jump up at the last minute, but either way, this poor rabbit did not do so well.
What a great
He will not be
tie-in.
this year's Easter bunny.
Yeah, what a great tie-in to Easter. I mean, a bunny who did not survive. I'm shocked.
Okay. Shoot, should I do one more?
It's up to you.
Oh, we were talking about bad doctors, weren't we? A 31-year-old woman from New York is dead following a botched surgery carried out by an unlicensed doctor, whether he's even a doctor at all. Maria Peñalosa sought the help of Felipe Hoyos Foronda to remove her butt implants, with surgery taking place in his home. He started this dicey procedure by injecting Ms. Peñalosa with lidocaine, causing her to go into immediate cardiac arrest. She was transported to an actual hospital but did not survive. Mr. Hoyos Foronda is charged with second-degree assault and an unauthorized practice of a profession.
Cardiac arrest. If I'm having surgery and they say go to this house, I'm going to have to decline. Sorry. I just don't like surgeries at homes.
It's not the thing. Some people don't even want to color their hair at home. But yeah,
Yes.
having surgery there seems like a bad
Yeah,
idea.
certain things I don't do at the house. That's just me.
Yeah. Hey,
And that's
should
why.
we thank David Hochberg for his...
Yes, we should. David Hochberg, the fine sponsor of the GarrForce, will help you with a mortgage, save you a lot of money. He'll put it in his computer, all the information you can give him with a free consultation. And for that, you get the results of how much he can save you by calling that number on the screen there. He's been doing this a long time, saved a lot of people, a lot of money. Everybody that's dealt with him that I know has been super happy. He's
so
a great
honest.
guy.
I mean, he is. When he says free consultation, he means it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Free. And what do you get for free that's any good anymore? Well, that pair of socks if you're the winner.
So, anyway, we got socks.
And right now, folks have a good chance of being the winner. We only have 6 entries.
6?
On, folks.
What the hell? What is this? Holiday weekend or something?
Hashtag
we got nearly 100 live viewers, but we got only 6 entries.
Well, I guess nobody wants socks anymore. Come on.
Well, unless some of you have won recently,
Well,
but once again, we're saying 6. Let's take it to 6 to 8 months. Come on, we'll open it
Kissing
up.
schnauzers.
And once again, you can win. We're not going to sell your information to any third parties. It stays in house. Nobody's going to be
so I'll just enter
bugging
the
you.
show. I'll just enter the show into the comments here. There we go.
No.
What's that?
He's entering us into the drawing. No, that would be so uncomfortable. Come
As
on,
Mike
you
said,
guys.
the sock market is not what it used to be. It's going through some rough times.
South Park.
Oh, I love
golly.
socks. All my socks are kind of playful now. I only wear playful socks.
Are they?
Yeah, I have
You've
rocket
reached
socks
that age.
on right
Are
now.
you wearing Argyles and everything
Not Argyles,
else?
but my socks are rocket socks. I'm sitting on right now.
So, do they do things, or do they just have
They
rockets
do
on
things.
them?
Wait a
He's
minute.
gonna try and drag his foot all the way.
Nah, I won't be
This
able to
is
get-
worth hanging around for. And with that, gosh damn it, hashtag peeps, get on. Oh,
That's my sock.
wow, he weren't kidding. Look at
No,
that.
all my socks now are pretty much something. Yep.
And by the way, thank you, Catherine. Hit like and subscribe. Share this with your friends. I know it's a wacky little thing we're doing here, but we're just trying to make the world a better place.
Oh my God, we need wacky more than ever. Jesus, what's wrong with
Absolutely. Anyway.
that? Okay, are we ready to hit the button?
I guess we are.
Let's hit the button, Alan.
All right, let's find the music first.
Let's do that.
See. Let's see.
How's everything else in Central FLA, Alan?
I was in South Florida for most of the week, so I don't know.
All right.
I'm back in Central Florida, but I was away during the week. The weather's been nice. It's not yet summer.
How
But
far?
it's coming.
How far is South Florida from Central Florida as the car flies?
The video I shot at Lake Worth Beach, and that's about almost 3 hours south of here. And my parents are in Boynton Beach, which is in that same vicinity.
In Boynton.
Boynton and Boca and Jupiter and all those places down there.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see.
You still
We
have
use
time.
this
Thanks,
music.
Tom.
Here we
Get
go.
in there. Hashtag peeps.
Here we go. All right. Somebody's going to win some socks here. I'm
hoping for GarrForce Live. Oh, Brian shared it.
Oh, my God. Look at that. Brian, you can wear that with your bunny costume.
You know what's funny? This is the first week that we have not given away an Oh Yes t-shirt.
And do you see in the queue there, they just sent you a box of T-shirts. You're going to get those. So we'll be giving those away for the next few weeks.
Why don't we play their video? Why don't
Oh,
we play
yeah.
the Bonjourney video?
That's right. Thank you for reminding us. We got some vid from the band.
Are you feeling down? Maybe a little lonely? We've got you covered. Discover the power of Bonjourney, the first and only all-natural remedy that helps you feel the rhythm of life again.
In clinical trials, the majority of users reached higher levels of euphoria and maintained them for extended periods. Just one dose of Bonjourney has been shown to lower the risk of depression, cardiovascular events like heart attack and stroke, and may even lead to weight loss. Bonjourney is not for those with previously lost hearing. Do not start, end, or participate in mosh pits while taking Bonjourney. Avoid Bonjourney if you or your family have ever argued with the sound engineer, complained it's too loud, or yelled play Freebird from the crowd. Stop using Bonjourney and seek immediate medical attention for erections lasting longer than 4 hours, unusual nipple swelling, or post-concert amnesia. Serious side effects may include hearing loss, liver damage, lockjaw, drooling, vomiting, extreme voice loss, encore trauma, delusions of time travel, and guitar peg to the face syndrome. Other common side effects include increased libido, heart palpitations, elevated serotonin, air guitar reflux, sudden tears, bass face, tattoo envy, confetti rash, chapped lips, and unexpected breakfast in bed. Ask your healthcare provider if Bonjourney is right for you, because the show is better together.
Top of the hour, we got a break for news, weather, traffic, and sports. Back at 15. Bonjourney will be playing May 3rd at the Sundance Saloon in Mundelein, Illinois, May 9th at the Arcata Theater in St. Charles, Illinois, and on this program next month, too. They're so good.
So Brian says I can keep the Bonjourney swag because I bet you he's got plenty of it.
Got some in the drawer, right?
And some on the way. So you guys, seriously, tell your friends, tell your family, hit like and subscribe, and please share this so that we can keep this going for another. What have we been doing this for? 5 years?
9.
Let's.
9.
Well, we
want
did
to do
the audio version,
this program, this cocktail show. Yeah, it's 5 years, but the whole thing 9. We want to go another 10 or 15.
At least
if you can help us. Help us.
It seems that there will always be stories that we can latch on to. So
you think? I don't think we're going to run out of nonsense. All right, here we go. Let's hand out the cannoli down the aisle. Here it comes. It's complimentary. Please take it. It's delicious. And Leslie, how do we do the schnauzer for Easter?
You know what? Decorate your schnauzer for Easter. I no problem with it. I think it would be adorbs.
A beautiful Easter schnauzer. All right. Yeah. Sitting in the basket with the grace. It's going to be nice. High line. It's rich.
Grass been in one location here in the United States. Oh, never mind. Well,
okay. One location makes all the peeps. All right. We learned that today, if nothing else. Have a great weekend, Easter, if you celebrate that. Talk to you on Monday. Here comes the gear down in the green and the flaps. The voice of the globe, America's podcast, the GarrForce, has landed.
And that's all the news and nonsense for this week, GarrForce. Thank you for streaming.
If you like that, I got other stuff I think you're going to like. This is the GarrForce.
Please be sure to like and share the show on all of your social networks.
More eyeballs.
If you're not already a subscriber, show your support by subscribing to GarrForceLIVE YouTube channel. For those watching a replay, that button is right here. All the rest of our episodes, right here.
Boom.
Hello?
Shakalaka.
Did you click something?